My name is Eincrou. I've been producing YouTube videos for about 3.5 years, since around November of 2011. In fact, this channel, Eincrou Productions Co., is a channel that I created to be kind of a test bed for my first attempts at creating a YouTube channel and producing content, which was a partnership between me and my friend over at Grazillium's Gaming. We started a channel. We launched it with the launch of Battlefield 3, intending to basically become YouTube stars, the next Yogscast or something like that. Well, he bailed out of that endeavor pretty quickly, though I decided that I would keep on keeping on, and I found that I had a love of video editing and creating videos and editing them and creating effects, and so I kept up the craft. And when I discovered stereoscopic 3D gaming, basically 2 months later after creating Grazilliums, I discovered that you can also produce videos in 3D and put them on YouTube. So I put a lot of effort and time into learning how to do that properly. And it got noticed by one Rico of the Stars, Rico Star. He was starting up a 3D gaming website called S3D Gamer Zone, and he would feature stereoscopic 3D reviews of games presented in, of course, stereoscopic 3D. So he brought me on board with that, and I felt like we were really doing something that was going to get big, that was going to get huge. I mean, stereoscopic 3D gaming, once you see it properly realized with good settings, a game that has no or few anomalies with the rendering, it's going to be just a mind-blowing experience for anyone. We both figured that if we can get this good content in front of people's eyes, then we could help stereoscopic 3D gaming really take off. Well, I made, I think, 6-7 reviews and probably like 24 shorter type videos, and none of them really caught on. We never really got a loyal audience going for it, and I had to basically stop doing it because it was just so discouraging to see all my hard work basically for nothing. So I couldn't promise Rico Star that I would be able to continue doing those videos on a regular basis just because I had lost the motivation. So even though that happened and I bailed out of S3D Gamer Zone, which of course meant the end of S3D Gamer Zone because Rico didn't have the time to make stereoscopic 3D videos on a regular basis, and he couldn't find anyone else to do it. There aren't many people making 3D gaming videos with any level of production. You got people uploading just random raw clips, but nobody who knows how to really create a genuine, polished stereoscopic 3D video. So even though that happened, I did not quit YouTube at that point. I still had Grazillium's Gaming that I was uploading stuff to, and it was about I don't know, it was about half a year later maybe, when I decided that I was going to create another channel, and it was going to be a gaming channel with reviews of games, but from a unique point of view and with a unique style, a style all my own. It was developed from my style that I came up with as I created reviews for S3D Gamer Zone, but this was going to be something that would really be truly and genuinely unseen before on YouTube, in YouTube gaming commentary and analysis. So that was Red Pill Game Reviews, and I really put some effort into creating a real brand with it. I decided to call it Red Pill Game Reviews, which is something that has meaning among people that are willing to go outside the bounds of political correctness and the very narrow set of range of points of views that you see in mainstream discussions of issues from politicians and the media and all of this. And it was just going to be something that had super high production values, super detailed commentary, and hopefully it would do super well because of just how unique it was. And I was just going to put everything I had, all my skills, my editing, my voice acting, which I really had to work on because the way I live, I don't speak out loud very much. So I had to truly and genuinely look at voice acting and how voice actors do it and how to do it properly and how to read a script and not sound like I'm reading. So there was so much that went into doing that. And I've definitely improved in massive ways over the course of my doing commentated videos. So I thought I would put all these skills I had into just the most high quality, epic length gaming videos anyone's ever seen. And also I had spent a lot of work on After Effects, learning how to do motion graphics and compositing and things like that. So I'd put those skills to bear with Red Pill Game Reviews as well. And I did. Very, very proud of all those reviews I did. I think they are just truly remarkable in terms of the script writing and the execution of the editing and the effects. But unfortunately, it didn't do nearly as well as I was hoping it would. And part of that is my fault. Huge part of that is my fault because I never really promoted it. I'm not a very social person in real life, and that includes on social media, on the internet. I don't tweet. I have a Facebook that I have not used even once in about 3 years. Maybe even 4 years. It's been so long, I don't remember. And I don't use Reddit. I have no Reddit account. I don't have any forums that I peruse. I am just, even in the blogs that I read on a regular basis, I don't post comments on blogs. So I'm just totally non-social in that respect. So yeah, obviously I'm not going to be that big of a guy, a promoter of myself, going on Reddit and posting my videos and making a name for myself in the forum community or anything like that. That's just not who I am. I'm a guy who can make the videos, but I can't promote them like that. And I think that was ultimately my downfall, but I think that the videos definitely could have spoke for themselves. They should have spoken for themselves, and apparently they didn't. Apparently I'm not making the type of thing that the people of YouTube want to watch. And I was really hit hard once I realized that the most popular video on Red Pill Game Reviews was a video that I made as I was producing the Remember Me Red Pill review. I spent about 80 hours making that particular review, which was not the longest amount of time I spent on any of the reviews. The longest was 120 to 130, maybe even 140 hours when all is said and done on the BioShock Infinite feature-length Red Pill review, which was around an hour and 20, 30 minutes of highly produced content. It wasn't just me running background footage or just running random footage in the background. All of it was, every minute, every second was thought out and handled in the best way I could, as were all of the Red Pill reviews. And that style takes a lot of work and a lot of time. And so when I realized that a video I had produced while creating the Remember Me review was kind of blowing up and going, not viral, because it's not even close to what a typical viral video gets, but it did significantly better than any of the other videos or reviews that I made that I spent scores of hours creating. And now I think it's up to around 1,500 views. My video just talking about a comment that I received on my Metro Last Light Red Pill review from someone who was grateful for me saving them from not buying the game because they figured they wouldn't like it based on Angry Joe's erroneous statements about the game. And it took me about 30 minutes to make that 10, 12-minute video. And I just uploaded that thinking that only my subscribers would see it. But unfortunately, yes, I am saying unfortunately, that is not the case. And more people than just my subscribers saw it. And so there was a ton of hatred in the comments. At first, I was dealing with the comments and blocking people and responding to people and getting into not really flame wars, but I would flame people back and then I'd block them. And that was kind of cool for a while, but it just wouldn't stop. People wouldn't actually watch the Red Pill review of Metro Last Light to see what I was talking about. And they just went off half-cocked, criticizing me, calling me jealous and a hater and all this. So I just ignored the video for a while. And came back to the channel after like 2 months and not checking it out. I stopped checking my emails and all that stuff. I was basically done with the channel. And it was at 15,000 views, which is 5,000 more views than my most popular Red Pill review, which is slightly under 10K, which was the Spec Ops The Line review, ironically enough, because I think that was the worst one that I made. So you see the gigantic mismatch between what I'm actually trying to accomplish with my video production and the reception that it gets. I can't spend that amount of time on making a video just for it to be something that I can sit back and say, yeah, cool, I made that. And then nobody in the world appreciates it to the level that I think that I've earned with my work and my skills and all that stuff. So it's just a matter of, why am I doing it? Well, I basically lost all motivation to make those Red Pill reviews. And I haven't made one in, geez, it's almost a year since I started working on the Remember Me review. I haven't done anything with the channel at all since then. And after that review, I decided I was going to kind of focus on Eincrou Productions Co. and see if I could do that style with just Let's Plays and random tech guide videos and that kind of thing. Well, I did that, and it has gotten nowhere, man. Don't have a loyal following there either. I mean, I did get kind of a following with Red Pill Game Reviews, a small following. It's around 1,200 subscribers, I think, which is absolutely pitiful for the amount of work I put in, which I estimate to be around 500 to 600 hours, just to have that many subscribers and to only get around just over 1,000 views on a video I spent 80 hours creating. That's just, it doesn't work. I do have the kind of time to spend on something like that because of how my life is, but I don't have the energy. I would need to get 10 times as much to be able to feel like, whoa, this is something cool that I'm doing here, and I should keep on doing this. So with Red Pill Game Reviews, that's basically been done for a while, but I'm now at a point where after I put so much into that incredible, absolutely unbelievable Let's Play of Alien Isolation on maximum difficulty, presented in full frickin' side-by-side every single episode. Like, that is a gigantic achievement. 51 episodes, full side-by-side. Let me see how much that was uploaded. Let's see. $228 gigabytes of data uploaded to make that series happen. See how long it was. 26 hours, 25 hours, 55 minutes, and 4 seconds of that Let's Play, man. And it did nothing for the channel. Barely any interaction with viewers, and yeah, there's some view counts on it, but what does that do for me? 16 viewers on an episode? It's not even necessarily views. Maybe just people clicked on it and then just left. So it's like, what am I doing it for? You got to play the latest games? Well, no, you can't play the latest games because you're not going to overcome the gigantic people on YouTube with tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of subscribers that play every latest game as soon as it comes out. You're not going to appear in the search rankings unless people are specifically looking for people with low views, which is something that I do. I never watch these guys with massive subscriber counts because they're all a bunch of over-energetic actors. There's no genuineness to them. So I look for the guys that have a smaller following and I can really relate to them because nobody's watching their fucking videos either. No one's commenting on their shit. No one's telling them they enjoy the hard work they've put into their Let's Plays. I try to do that when possible. When Chris at Stereo 3D Productions uploads, I've been trying to make comments on them. Even though I could just message him directly and say whatever I want to say, I try to leave a comment. I haven't been doing that lately, and I should definitely start doing that again. But I try to just create some interaction for his channel, which is, I think, should be the #1 VR channel out there. The guy's got incredible knowledge. He's got a lot of energy, and he puts out consistent content. I think he deserves so much better, but he's in the nether regions of the YouTube too, and I don't know why. I just don't understand it. You just gotta have some magical, I don't know, some magical influence, some divine influence to be able to get a decent viewership on the YouTube. I've been doing this for 3.5 years. I've created all kinds of content, from short form, long form, commentated, uncommentated, scripted, unscripted, live commentary, scripted commentary, whatever you can do in the gaming space for videos. Just you can't do. I just can't get anything going with it to the level commensurate with the amount of work and effort I'm putting into it. And the same goes for my forays into live streaming. I streamed about 100 hours in 2014, and that went. I got a couple of guys that would pop in on a pretty regular basis. That was really cool. It was really cool to know that there were some people who would come in and tune into what I was doing. It was awesome. It was just the greatest feeling. I mean, it was only like 1, 2, 3 guys. And they wouldn't always show up, but it was amazing. But that basically is not what I was expecting. I was expecting more from that. With that amount of time, and I got a really good setup going. I don't have any face cam. Part of that is because I don't think my face would add anything to it. We just can't go there. But also because I have issues with the webcam I have. Just anytime I try to use it, it freezes OBS. Sometimes it works and then the audio's out of sync. And sometimes it just doesn't work at all and just stays frozen. So that wasn't really an option. I did do one stream with face cam. It was out of sync, but it was working. Nobody popped in though, so it didn't really matter. So basically what I'm trying to say with all this is that I'm given up. I've given up, and I think that I've given some history to give anyone that somehow watches this video a little bit of an understanding of why I've given up. It's not a decision made frivolously. It's not the first time that I felt that I should give up and then I just give up. No, I felt that I should have given up several times in the past, and I've stuck with it and tried again, and tried to reinvent myself. And even though I've uploaded hundreds and hundreds of videos, the most popular one that I've ever been involved with was around 25,000 views. And ironically enough, it was one of the first videos that I ever made. And I made it with my partner on Grazilliums Gaming, a helicopter guide for Battlefield 3. And that was the first video that I made with real, like it was a real video with real editing, a real voiceover and you had to match up what was going on, do cuts and all that to match what was being said in the voice. Like that was the very beginning, and that did really well, and we were amazed to get thousands of views on that, and we promoted that one, which is part of why it did well. But it only really got 25,000, which is fucking pittance, really. It's amazing compared to the rest of my catalog. The second most viewed was a quick, like, WTF is Total Biscuit style first impressions video of a 3D game. It was a 3D video. I forget what it was called. It was like Depth Hunter or something like that. It was a fishing game. And that, I think, hit over 20,000 views, slightly over 20,000 views. And I was like, wow, this is really cool. But I noticed it wasn't getting very many likes. There were no comments on it. I was getting no comments. And the reason was because it was featured as an embedded video on a pirating site. And that's where all those views came from. Didn't get any subscribers from that, even though it did relatively well. It was just something on a pirated site, and no one actually came to the YouTube video page. And then after that, I've got, like I said, the 15,000 views on that Angry Joe video, just talking about a comment. Took me half hour to make that video. It was just a off-the-cuff thing as I was in the middle of spending 80 hours on the Remember Me reveal. 15K. And there have been some that have come, a number that have come close to 10K. I can't really say them all. Most of them are on the Grazilliums Gaming channel. But that channel really went nowhere. Got a couple hundred subs. More than Eincrou Productions Co. to be sure, but that channel I abandoned years ago. So there was a point in 2013 where when I was still on Red Pill Game Reviews. It was after I started that, and it was as I was still putting up random videos on Grazilliums Gaming that I decided I'm going to stop this. I'm done with this. I don't think I even have very long to live anymore. So I put up a couple videos I thought would be my last, but they weren't. I kept on living, and I decided I might as well keep trying with the video production and increasing my skills and all that, but I might as well have quit then. Hasn't really gotten me anywhere. The only thing I can really say about my video production that's had any long-lasting impact was that I made friends with Chris of Stereo 3 Productions. Just because that was making videos was something that we had in common, and it was something to talk about. I mean, I guess we've got other things in common. We like 3D games, and we like space exploration, and we like shitting on Google and all that stuff. But yeah, I don't know if it really would have taken off without the videos, without me making videos and all that. So I guess that's something. But other than that, don't really have any long-lasting relationships as a result of my thousands of hours of making videos. Yeah, so this is going to be it for me. I guess I'll just close out this video. It's been kind of rambly. It's just off the cuff. I don't have a lot of experience speaking in a monologue for an extended period of time, and that's a skill you definitely have to develop. And the way I live, it's not something that I'm ever really going to get a chance to develop. The only chance I had to develop was making videos, and well, I'm not doing that anymore. So this is going to be it. So my plan is I'm going to go out with kind of a whimper, but it's better than just disappearing, I think. I decided about 2 months ago that I was done with the channel. Done with Eincrou Productions Co. Done with Red Pill Game Reviews. Done with my Grazilians channel, obviously. That's been done for a while. And also done with my main channel where I had made some videos about some political issues. Things about the nature of men and modern Western society, feminism, things like that. Get in a little bit of politics, and I think that was a good idea for me, but I couldn't keep up with it. I just don't have the ability to focus and be consistent over a long period of time with that kind of thing. And those were a lot of work as well, because I was doing them in my unique way with video editing and effects and a nice video track. It wasn't just static imagery or just the webcam of me speaking, as most of those types of video are. So I'd put like 8 hours into making a 6-minute video. That was unsustainable. I think I had some interesting things that I could have said. It's just I didn't have the wherewithal to keep up with it. But I've hidden all those videos. I made them unlisted. No need for those to be live anymore. But yeah, back to what my plan is. For the month of August, I'm going to upload a video to Eincrou Productions Co. every single day. I've got my video up for today already, my fourth part of The Witcher. And I think many of the videos I upload will be of The Witcher, but I'm going to do a variety of games. I'm going to do probably some FTL, some Hearthstone, just whatever I got, man. Some Final Fantasy, I think. Some PlayStation games emulated. I'm going to try and see if I can do what has eluded me for so long, which is to be a consistent uploader of videos. I'm going to do that for a month. I'm going to do something that's a real accomplishment from my perspective. Now, these videos aren't going to get much viewership. That's not the point of them. It's for me. It's to know that even though I'm a worthless person with no marketable skills and no hope and no future, I can at least accomplish some things. I can spend 200 hours over the course of around 4 months making a 2-hour video that's just a recollection of my time spent in the World of Warcraft from 2006 to 2008. That video is literally the greatest thing I've ever accomplished in my life. A 2-hour video. But that was the most complex project I've ever worked on from a video editing perspective. Took a massive amount of work. And I'm really proud that some people have come on there and said, hey, even though this is your story, I could really relate to it. And it was so well told, even though it was all just text and there was no voiceover or anything. I had considered voiceover for that video, but I decided I would just go with keeping it simple and keep kind of a theme of just like an old story being told. I think I'll do one of my videos for this month will be just talking about that video and talking about the process of making that, because that was a cool experience. And I remember when I finally finished it, man. That evening when I finally finished it and I had done my entire watch of the entire 2 hours looking for tiny little details, make sure everything was in place before I did the final render. I remember the feeling like, wow, I did this and this is done. This is the greatest thing I've ever done. And I just I never felt that way in my entire life about something. I wish I could recapture that feeling and just feel it again one more time. That type of joy and pride is not something that my brain ever really gets to experience. Yeah. So I'll do a video about that, talk about all that. But really, this video is just to kick off August. This is going to be a month of videos every day from me. At least half an hour. Though, I think I want to aim for about an hour at least each day. I want this to be a real substantive thing. I don't want to just upload 5-minute videos. So it's going to be me just playing games and talking about issues and things like that. So that is going to be it for this video. It's about 31 minutes long, which is kind of long, but hey, I said half an hour to an hour each day, and I've got like a 26-minute Witcher episode up, so this is going to be slightly less than an hour today, but that's fine. So, yeah, this is going to be my farewell, and I'm going to try and go out with a whimper rather than with absolute and complete total silence. I'm going to go out with a whimper. I'm going to make a video. I'm going to make videos every single day and upload them to Eincrou Productions Co. And this is going to be how I say farewell to my 3.5 years of creating videos. I've gone as far as I can with video creation. And it's time to call it quits. I just didn't have what it takes, apparently. Oh, it makes me so sad. Not really. I don't really get sad. I just get very accepting. I accept it. I never cried. I never raged. I just accept it. So, it's going to be it. This is Eincrou signing out, and I'll see you every day for the next 30 days. Goodbye.